Bunoni dedi kind of I mean fa and chama with tifo.
Okay.
Na minya invitation say me ba be dwumadi wa he na asase me nuse mo ye twi sa o.
Yeah, ye twi pa.
Enti e kan no na me say asase on so da bi asase pa.
Okay.
Na minim.
Okay.
Na me buy mo hu say mo bo dwuma pa me fa konya we so abo mabaso pa me say ma ba pen but me ba no me ba
BBC for no
okay ba mo kambo for say na ya mo ono so no ya dwuma BBC na bofo no papa bi enye bofo
enye DB
na Kofi B and cre na meka say boni meka say na your mutual friends.
Okay.
Enti abra obo sa de dwom no Bantima
Kwesi Boakye no
me nso me Bantima ni ye wo me Bantima ho na me nyini ya kopem se we university a me kwa abuchi.
Okay.
Enti tama nenyo no buy no Kwesi Boakye Bantima Kwesi Boakye no bia de link me ade o papa na me papa nso de Kwesi Boakye
o papa wo
okay friend Benjamin Kwesi Boakye iti na obi e kasa ade e o papa na ba na enye me papa. Enti abra me contest MP no for the Eco Bantima no. And now we say enwom no ene me din na ma fon so frame Bantima Asenso Boakye. Ene me din no ese. Enti no obey remix.
E di ama
me. Through mutual friend back former member of parliament. Enti oye we ti enwom no enwom ye me de. And as na me ko launch me campaign o Bantima. No so okoye program bi wo say Western Central region aba nti no ba one me beko kuma seni akọ launch campaign 107.3 asase ade be chi ama ya ko beti say okoye program wo Central region aka ba bi.
Wow.
Yeah, was
ade be chi am akọ launch campaign no.
Yeah. Na ko bank na on makokuma se no. It was very devastating for me. Na we ni papa wa pa na nyum so se de wonim no na e de yi nti ya me fa ne currency
right. You ready come about deal that the lumba so free mo menim say ono so obi a wo ka or soft sport for MPP.
Yeah.
Na you are we na dia and then now what the kai the lumba na fi ye ndin come
that lumba ade am dey kind of the first time that I got minya personal touch with him. Me Nana Kufuado. Okay. That time now your opposition leader. I'm saying yeah, lumba maybe surgery. It's an spinal surgery. That time I'm saying what central here chio baby. It's your koheno. Me Nana Kufuado ne honorable Kokofu former Bantima MP and Pennyphobia ne koheno. If you no obey madam ama na abrano brand nyina na yetimi kasa eche no na say no ho mfa no papa nti tema be hunu bia no na hu se no ho nya den se de etie no eni se be week or so ago it is as some bonny say enne enno anadwuna na Akufuado no wotukwan obedun Ghana.
Okay.
Nti awie ena minimi colleagues the former appointees of the Akufuado's government no yekuja no ema ne kochia abusia em say obi adi adanse say for contemporary high life day and they call if you're not president no bobo high life won't put fuga minti da kra inti no me metimi aka contemporary high life that's what I'm familiar with. Say any fee there me nyini say Ghana ha obi abonyom consistently a hit as in that dilumba. Now for bia obia kanasem. Then say in shape you say na Prince King Charles. Now he did me juma die kese bi o Buckingham Palace. Say nyum kra no obo no ho.
Yeah.
A chair say we a global figure. Na bon he so de onim no. Ewo de sana yankopon ahye no. Penfo say obretwa ewo.
Yeah.
Enyina ebedumre bi no. Ehu ye bi. De hia ne se wo asase so a bedi djuma na ede enkoso eni ede mpuntuo abramansa obedi dwuma a ede nipa beka nipa bom na etimi aboa ma nipa abrabo atumpon.
Okay. Right. Meda say yabekọ na fe ya hwe substantive issue da bama so but nyame ya domo da wochina o meye vigil ama dead lumba deal e Black Star Square. Me ba sisi ya me ba ebedi nkomo. Akraba nya akwa bro no mama me nkona me ne Honorable Francis Asenso Boakye ni nkomo afi no abeke ho ahye no so ma me say Hana Ghana ti ha na say uti. Honorable, once again good evening.
Good evening, Ibrahim.
Baby aboko dia.
Adom.
Yedi kan Ghana edase MPP edase what pay reduce or Ghana what pay reduce in MPP and ade a manager ho no say obi wo hokra na yekeka kwan asemi yankotifie or the blanket or then dom de krom ho no madam mfa ho because abana co-position but there be still MPP eda wakoma so and inti anadwi ye no ewo ha ye bedi nkomo afa nsem a onabo kwame agoja wode tudwa Rose Minister ensem okeka kan ye say MPP ababetina kunya so kwan ya mu claim sem aye mo nyeye and was say why inspection tour akoko mia bebre 1000 kilometers road kra no ohun say motimi etwa de kan bantima te say constituency te say
bantima de nyindi se boni bia wo
okay
em say bantima constituency no mo me di ni pa say de me se me omudi no me back kunyo isu first time I maybe contest no both am nyaye na percentage wise no na obi antimi nya bisa obantima and I even national no doing MPP no obi antimi nya bisa I got 89%.
Wow.
Of the votes.
Secret then.
Well, I think say I'm probably the only person who was born and raised and also hail from the constituency.
Okay.
And you know, that personal connection is there. Exactly. And answer krana maybe Sunday SMB MP no be ko no na ma shaase nso so tu anamo bebre ma omunya gidi omu se nyame adom na so momma msa akonya na metimi aye adwuma no nse no boy na ye kowie na me say siki re-election no na obi anu se nke betimi anya abro since akra de nya the previous year no enso so akoba na sa enso that notwithstanding they still remain the highest in MPP, the higher percentage of votes. The whole Ghana, wow. MPP, 85%. And you know, say last election day, 65, you know, be anti-assay. I feel still you're trying to come to terms with it. But still, no. Boost percentage of minya, and I'm say, be no timinya, bisa. I think the closest was 79%. By another, yeah, into no omni me edini, into no boni be anyhow.
Right.
Boni bi eno. Mpuntu na ni guso edeko.
In opposition still wutimi ye development.
Oh kakra sane anything opposition MPD na zo onye hwe. No so ye no ma.
And is for opposition almost here.
And cry no hospital bi Friends Intruso Hospital. One of the very important health facilities in Kumasi, constituency, but there's several other constituencies, and even beyond Ashanti region. And I say, I think Monday, come on, hospital beds, mattress, wow. And the monitors, and if you chase, I say, no, here pa. And see, you want it, but the first is 20 years in Yacheswa. And see, you go
right, life in opposition, send a treat too.
I have some time now. I'm able to provide some oversight. We can say
responsibilities.
My personal businesses be now first. Na me nyakwan entimi from a ninko home. Itimi and my meeting so a comic constituency near my fuku dinkuta home. And my me so me spending more time with my family. First no more home be bresa and the mano
ade bechi na kra no answer be ko school kra no hu ani
exactly first so the 90s and it we ko fie ansa no mada first no obe sorry no na oko school na wada na un sorry because obe ba na anajopa inti no personally no ama me time kakra ama me so me timi nya madwuma so parliament that's first no.
Right. Yena say afem yen konsem ne ni nkomo ye be di party nkomo kakra nse na mamo akọ but yen ko ensem mu ankasa. As former road minister, what is road minister edia tudwa say akwanya hodo a MPP aban betina konwa so mu claim so ma ye no ente sa no no aye inspection tour o makọ aprobo akọ hwe akwan bi nom 1000 kilometers kranya de say o mahu bi no de di kan ete wo sen epemo eye wo sen.
Yo, I think say as a semi mama fu who say opanyina o road minister sisi ya no. O obi a minim ni pa. Me no in the core university. Na ye nyina wo the same hall of residence, Independence Hall. And I the same faculty, which is now the College of it's architecture and planning. As and built environment, which is Faculty of Architecture and Planning. Now you be a professionally no or any juma kama. Now, unfortunately, no about politics now. I'm saying yeah, now politics no any demo. So parliament kasa na so teams to kasa na o ma politics no. It didn't know too much. No na ya na e ha me no. Now so ask me working. This is not the first time or kasa. Oh, you maybe say in fact, okay, maybe flower pot interchange ye biano. E dana no papa no trotto say projects no unim say we start project there are something we call variations. It means vary.
Yeah.
So what I say into we trotto say you start project na the figure ni say and see we na the figure no say a brosa no umpini say corruption bi. And so no nimpa the entire course because project in start here no the scope no exercise my increase no into my cost no cost but knowing very well say sanity no or true BB for Ghanaians to think say the MPP are corrupt into idea politics that no way it be all bad vetting I point no bad vetting and then the first time I can say rules na see I know enye no kre nti no ema me call parliament abra na ye confirm the nomination of parliament na I spoke in support of him no me cheche mu what the 13,624 kilometers na you know the various components they tier me cheche mu
right me patron
e bia
no for the sake of our listeners you know saying susu bio kilometers na saying
okay I'll records what Ministry of Roads and Highways, and I think it's important that I underscore the fact. Say, data na what Ministry hono. Any politician be ane.
Okay.
Politician be no will generate data.
Artificial.
And yet BBI, we have a very competent directorate, if you know, monitoring and evaluation directorate, or more. Offices or region be into contract be a besan you start work now or money call every day cause site you could make sure say be a contract in be is happening on site you may deal with be a record waba into information on the bebano accurate nobody can dispute that into information on the buy at the end of 2024 December 2024 now a Juma road projects and I say road interventions na Akufo-Addo aban aye no na e cover 13,624 kilometers for 8 years now na Akufo-Addo ba be ye adwuma no
okay
na when no ma side compare say abra na President Mills ni President Mahama war for 8 years no omomo road project road interventions omo ye no e 4,636 kilometers. Let's just say the Akufo-Addo year over 3 times more than the previous any Mahama first government no every year. Now, sa record we no we be say unprecedented. E been Ghana da. Na the tie ba ansa ne say na Akufo-Addo. We say we obi a onimde. Na he's read a lot and traveled far. Oh, we are see. Into when nyoma ye aban so ye ema mpuntu oba. You can talk about the education, but that's one of his firm belief. So maybe a bit tumpon here a solid education and a dedicated population.
Yeah.
And it's now yes again a second do no or the better educating of. We can go into that if time but he also believes say answer na maybe a because no. Just say road infrastructure no you elevating no.
Okay.
In America, the entire America too pompa and say at a point in their life no, in 1960s 70s no. I mean, say all the states no, they are going to build highways, dual carriage highways to connect all the American states. I mean, no, the return on investment per $1 no was $6. 600% on investment into the road. Which say when you put in place good road infrastructure, it drives economic growth.
You can rake in revenue from it.
Exactly.
Okay.
That is the belief. Yes, any what the Ghana Sikano ebe road construction. Until we even at a period we had what you called year of roads. So unprecedented investment, unprecedented outcomes in the form of road interventions up to 13,624 kilometers.
Right.
Now,
me too.
And this is for no, that achievement it unsettles them.
Okay.
I'm
trying to say that.
And they know said to be very difficult, maybe very difficult
for them to achieve
that. And you know, one strategy they are using is to water it down. Say be too futuro ni futuro gu Ghana for ni say e nya no kre ya nya bibia sa enti ena no gwada yi omkoye accountability han wo Jubilee House na panyin road minister sakuru repeat the same thing wa say obey minister no akọ Ghana nyina Rose say ya ye no wa hu na no pa na me say okay road project ba ko a opanyin fa so tem bia o kono constituency whole main road dualization e come Facebook and them dey to hand upon pictures and beautiful project the bia opanyin o kono kroma adakulu ofra Accra ofaso
aban na MPP aban complete here.
MPP aban actual construction started in 2017.
Okay.
Year be complete.
First
the bia enum crown was won. Until now we say a deliberate attempt to throw dust in the minds of the Ghanaian. And you know, me so no ministry no man kocha Obi we say injury time minister me call no na first quarter first quarter me ko to aso no me sua no makakra firi ho enuma ye nyina me nua panyina na se mofa ona abo amakwata enyuma pa odi nyina na hihia na oda to nyina no eko to aso.
Okay.
Ema ye time no so no ye bi ka ho ama it me achieve this unprecedented enti abroad cast bim no and me dana me need some for kasai na me ka je I don't know yes sir when we say data we say okoto the ni kakra ni say okọ ministry ho no wa ye reshuffle.
Okay.
We're changing crofobia ho but the only director one changing is the director of monitoring and evaluation. Okay. The person who compiled this data no ono kwa no answer no let's say wo DJ no ewo ne mu na want me an question no he cannot question him anyway because when he said this is the true data but oba publica and oba kind of because they know that our record of unprecedented achievement in the road sector no on settle no into 10 bia no mpese omo water down interventions ayaye no obia of course you know very well say we am build the road over here.
Yeah.
you know very well. Tama ye buy, you know. MPP are buying, you know. Now, researcher, ministry now, yes, say, network size. Ghana road network size now. As at 2017, now 78,402 kilometers. 78,402 kilometers. As at the year 2022.
Oh, don't batch me back. Famanusi, Senebeya, if you for the Betia, see, no. O Casa 78,402 kilometers. Now, Patch saying, O Casamu Heritage, 78,402. No. So, what here to the ordinary Ghanaian, to the lay person on the street?
Network, I had Yahu Juma or Ghana. I bet to you. A quine.
Okay.
You bet to you, and people for bet to you.
Okay.
Nay, 78,402.
Okay.
By 2022, no. Now ya be a kahwama na grow abc 94,203. Now the work na ya atwaso no. Reporter ministry for no me be free o mo kan say omo provisional data HSA by end of 2024 no. Na increase yakọ 130,000 kilometers.
Wow.
This is unprecedented. It means Ghana had. And this is not a data Asenso Boakye. This is not a data Amakwata ye. Nye data Akufo-Addo ye. Ye engineers data or mere civil servants. Technocrats or ministry. Now there bakwa so far yana hame Ghana journalists for no say. Omo politicians nkwane kasa. They don't let the civil servants speak. And I say express speak. Inti kame Abuja be kan we na ka Asenso Boakye so be different thing. Na ko makofa expert bia we ye adwuma wo ministry order we nim emu no so abe you find fact check.
But yes and this ya be o mpam nipa na. Obe kanokrasi be yinadi.
Well, not necessarily someone who is at post.
Okay.
So if you are retired, if you also a consultant to the all there any kumbukuno cry. And go for and then mobile you be and then Matisse Ghana Maritime Authority. People who have worked there for the last 15 years. You made and customer say man okay the any one who cry in an hour.
Right, I see a touch a handful of rosa, a quanya hoodwa, say, oh, data no ha.
The individual roads.
Kakre, the handful of rosa by the by or touch it because it was your movie. And probably ABNGhana ni BT, because okay, ABNGhana ewo he, but say ni ha, who can find an appropriate time, say,
the same oh of course I one can how be
okay
if any say the Botema road you say off soda
yeah for Botema road in this way
bia kan wasem ba ko bia me commission e wo if any say techimentia bechem kusi akomadan first class road. Flower pot interchange. You saw it. Tema interchange. If any say. Tema roundabout interchange. Phase 1, phase 2. You saw it. Ubechebi interchange. Phase 1, phase 2. NDC 4x for 8 years. No more year 5 interchanges. Then Akufo-Addo. 9.
Wow.
And no crown. Now we are about 7. Now and also so under various stages of completion. You call Takra there. If you be PTC, Kwame Nkrumah circle or Takra there interchange. It's over 80% complete. Now the entire NTM we answer if you know. We need death exchange program nearby. You know. Emma before na do mo kanyina no. Omo aerodrome almost can the construction. One of the projects affecting. And so no, and the crime can want some parliament Wednesday no, because as the road minister no, na me finance minister agree said by the end of 2024, let's say about for scanning Maya, you bet budget for the current year. Okay. Yeah, you saw a bicycle they are complete. I asked a question. Oh, Parliament. I mean, Busa Road Minister and say, "At the end, moment me alpha, almost so-called big push, you know. Moment me alpha pushy PTC and then Nungwa, the answer and so Akahono. They should have used the big push to complete that. And so no, because the MPP project is starting. When you say, Omuya, Serbia song, Ebi Akufo-Addo and MPP ne beje home and Munya. Enti roads need I have all the data, but the single you need it. But for every region, I can tell you the number of kilometers we worked on.
So quickly, send a bear for the benefit of the doubt. Make an NDC if we say presidents or monitor because we say Ghana tie. Mamu region no any kilometers are who.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I've been
yeah, we Brema party. Yanko mantam. But before. Okay, Yanko, where ready? Yanko.
So at the regional level, for instance, Central Region, by 9DC4, I 397 kilometers.
Okay,
there's a Akufo-Addo by 1,008 kilometers.
Wow, Central Region,
that is a 154% increase from what the NDC did and what the MPP did in 8-year period, the same period. Ashanti region is even higher. A buyer 9 DC 4 years, 781 kilometers. Akufo-Addo year 2,126. That is 172 kilometers. Percent increase. That is unprecedented. About BNY in Ashanti region, where roads a chain and Akufo-Addo. Not even half. And it goes through across the regions. In Western region, we did 34% more than what they did. In Bono region, we did 228% more. 155 kilometers. No? By 509 kilometers. The same as if I say Bono East. Almost a report on the by just 1,000%, 1,079%. Our Bono East. I have 134% more than what the NDC did. Everywhere, region by region. Let me pull Greater Accra. Say no, the Greater Accra. They did 665 kilometers. MPP did 2,055 kilometers.
No.
And because of that,
data we roads and highways.
I'm documenting me. And I'm here. I'm documenting.
And depend on person
and he knows that handing over no sir. Technocrats no a tray. He knows that. And they admire our record.
Okay.
And they want to do something to match our record. And that is why they have brought this so-called big push. And the big push, big push. And Wednesday, we can have some more parliament.
Okay.
We can have some more parliament. Say the big so-called big push, I've studied it carefully as a former minister. And I've realized that it's neither big nor balanced. Not strategic.
The big push.
It's not big.
And yet strategic.
It's not balanced. It's not strategic.
Why do you say that?
Okay. I've already Mr. Bofuno everybody. Medical catch you say road construction and a travel economic development. So if you want to use Ghana's oil to go into road construction, what you have to do is to make sure that yes, or you say Obama build the roads connect the economic centers. In the Akufo-Addo's second NPP's government, next government, between myself as road minister and the Ministry of Finance, what we had agreed on was to do what we call economic roads.
economic rules.
Economic rules.
Yeah, economic rules now, Patrick, and why economic rules?
There are some rules, sir. We are a beboa man drive economic development. Now, Omana and Yesika. Omani Yesika. Now, ye other rules. In economics, there is something we call propelling sectors.
Okay.
The propelling sectors in here, where we invest here. When Yesika film.
Capital expenditure.
At the full.
Okay.
Not necessarily capital expenditure. For instance, in a sector like tourism, okay, if you go to countries like Morocco, countries like Cape Verde, omo sika omo nye free tourism no, and no omo dey rules, omo dey big infrastructure, a driver economic development. And you know, ubet me sika free tourism. Why don't we invest? Knowing very well that say the returns no, remember when you sika be brave. The same as roads. So when him say this particular road, you see I make a say Kumasi, Accra, you can talk about it. The expressway on person you can talk about it. But I've always maintained say if we had spent money to construct the Accra Kumasi road, the dual carriage Accra Kumasi road, it can emphasize Ghana ABNGhana. Enka ebe bebre ama yetimi grow economy no ama yenyeska. Until we are going to do what we call economic rules. Quickly complete the Accra Kumasi. We do Accra Cape Coast to Takrade, Takrade to Kumasi, Kumasi to Tamale, Tamale to Boga Paka and to Wa. So we yes our roads we open up the economy. People can move everywhere. Traders can move. When you produce goods, you can send it anywhere. You better sika. That is what we are talking about. Now we are a big pushy. Projects in a big pushing. What you say is targeting certain regions.
A big pushing.
Big pushing.
Right.
What they targeting some regions be obviously neglecting Greater Accra region and Ashanti region. Okay.
Big push no so be ya kwan no.
Oh.
En krampu pini mantam ni Asante mantam de.
Mention because Honorable Abujabaye no Obaye one of his first statements or call no can say MPP for the Greater Accra kwan ye rules. Ashanti region kwan ye rules. Na busa won say e di 18 rules. To serve people, to connect economic centers so that you can move goods and services from one place to the other. Ghana's economy, the population, Greater Accra and Ashanti region, account for over 35% of the votes of the population. And these two regions, and the economic heartbeat of our country. And so, if you are bringing a road development program, you call it big push, and you want to use emotions, say. In the past, in the rules were for being koha. Let's just say you don't know what you are doing.
So your intent, honorable me bo, Asantefo no say big push, you know. Yeah, touch on rules, you know. Asantefo no would deny them. One target.
Yeah, and his point is also percent was stop. We use in the parliament as well. Can say also stop rural urban migration. Into your rules no a year. Your rules no a be a but a crash your rules there. We call it agricultural rules and our farm rules and our feeder rules. Yeah. But you don't build effort. Baby, you mentioned say or more fire more ban so many. Of course, you say road but the type of road that you know. Sometimes I've been to a farm in America near Chicago. Road no na yentaso but the edubio some and daso it's not tired ko telling you so na a friend of agricultural road, a friend of farm road or na feeder road.
Yeah,
that is what a person people buy na person a day sa drip machines no say the buyer obi akwakoti no buy bia no betimi dey back town very fast. So what I say now also we could build asphalt in small towns to stop a year. If I say, yeah, and I can't be down with me crab bank and I'm exactly. I'm with me easy. So it's it's targeting. It's not targeting the economic centers, and it's not a good thing. It's not strategic. That's what I'm saying. It's not strategic. The toss me the program also neglecting certain key roles and now your crown starting.
Okay.
For instance, now you're starting a Kwabi Ashanti region, if you know Kokobin and New Kanta. Udu Kumasi and so called Boasia. It's one of the busiest roads. We had the more commencement on my age, big program, big push program nearby, no, or my year free.
Kokobin and Young Kanta.
Solar wa,
but maybe young Conan Kakra na Ghana Fontia say MPP by Kokobin and Yasin Quanta. Adriancing Quanta Road, you know. Na stage being MPP free, so now a do stage.
Oh, I think they have done about 10% because it be since November Muno.
Na most
and I started
10% no wajani nyina.
I think it's even more, maybe 20%. I can provide the figure.
Okay, I feel
Solar wa.
Okay,
I signed the contract for Solar wa. And so my year from CC. It's a very important road. I tell you Bukwada so. I Kwame down so. Contractor was on site. Emma the MP no. My brother Chumesi. You can know the difference. According to one so I can be crying a man away because time I road no cast on the color bay. And
no contractor was so.
No contractor also.
But a year free.
Yeah, contractor also.
And come big push in home.
And come big push in home. So I said they it's not part of their financing plan. Now, what is even more worrying is that since President Kufuor's time, there has been a strategic plan by Ministry of Roads and Highways, particularly Ghana Highways Authority, to dualize certain strategic roads in the country by starting from Accra to Kumasi, which is the road with the busiest traffic in Ghana. President Kufuor started from Circle Ekopim Achimota on a year, from Achimota to Ofanko, President Kufuor on a year, from Insawam to Apegwa, President Kufuor on a year, from bypass I free in Sawam Road no. So and the bypass I can watch. There's also another bypass a free in Koko main road no. Then you know President Kufuor na ye.
Okay.
What the view say enka next government in the bar no ko beto aso. And President Kufuor aban free so. And Ghana for the common NDC. And omo they did not add a single kilometer of road on the corridor. The house I could put in the Kufuor bye. And here say we will continue with that plan. Until see America say ye kwane free Osino, ye free Enyinem, ye free Enyiresi, ye free Konongo. These are the Bonibeka say the choking points, the urbanized sections of the corridor. Uduwa inipa bebre ho ye di dwo ho ntino traffic na nti we could that corner here no say o kosa na studies have shown say it will complete say a year a very reduce traffic by about 3 hours. I came from Kumasi on Tuesday. Yeah, we do Konongo. We did traffic in 2 hours.
Konongo
do hono. So me about 3 kilometers being Kolong. Let me the traffic for 2 hours. Meanwhile, there's a project going on. Traffic now after Atukulechi. So dualization and bypasses. Mahama say on to Asubiu. The physical progress rate of these ranging from 54%, 58% to 100%. There's one that is 100% complete. Mahama say on now he's now going to build what he calls an expressway, 6 lanes Accra to Kumasi. It's investment I way no. Ayo. Meanwhile, say you sir bypasses here is left with just 94 kilometers. You 94 kilometers now. There's a dual carriage road from Accra to Kumasi. You don't want to complete finish this plan. You want to start because say he knows to say
maybe when he plan that will hold that no or besisa no kra.
Besisa no.
I start 10 for.
Now when ade do. Oko Kumasi to. O ka kire Ashanti region for say Obesta Expressway no. Na ebe start next year. Now we project no. Asano Frabanso. What it means is he's going to use less than 3 years
to complete
to
execute that
project. I stand here today.
Now continue.
May a former minister for Works and Housing and Infrastructure Ministry. May a former minister for Roads and Highways. I'm also a trained planner. Nothing serious went into that pronouncement, that announcement by the president. For me, it's just a political path. 107.3. Because
now you just be about talk.
Exactly, be about talk. And a lot of Rebecca says talk and carry. Because Wednesday, no, and Abuja is supposed to the president. Was a project no. A fake crown or mobile high consultant. I'm gonna be feasibility studies. Now, when you feasibility study, how do you determine say project exactly? Because you feasibility study now, and now the soil test. Oh yes, soil test. Now the capacity of the soil. If you crown now, could do baby, so breaky rock and say what you have to ask. There is no design. There is no environmental impact assessment. And you go through procurement processes to hire, first of all, a consultant, and secondly, a contractor. That process can take a year. So, on what basis did President Mahama make that announcement to say the project will start next year and it will be completed by the time he leaves office? It's propaganda. They just want to undermine the road project to Kumasi the same way that they did when they were in the office for 8 years. Enti hadwin the kwan am from the manifesto no hadwin as somebody omakoma and emotions. I just cannot understand why the president and his government and the minister wants to abandon an existing project that is more than halfway through.
Number two saying stage, completion stage. Number two saying
because it bypasses no. The physical progress no it ranges from 58% to 100%.
Okay.
And skaka kremi say omudi shem yewie. Na ewie e hono nko na e be reduce traffic by 3 hours. Then we do the NXT Kumasi kwa it's like 8 hours. Yeah. Na yebeye the 94 na yenyan dualizing ye no kwa ho and 2 hours to Kumasi. You can get there. 2 hours, 2.5. You can get there.
From trying to Kumasi.
Yes, you can get there. But also omobe expressway. Na says can okaso do expressway no. It can do dual carriage to Accra, from Accra to Kumasi. It can do dual carriage from Accra to Cape Coast.
No be you need na for.
Na etimiya here another one cry maybe a Eastern Corridor cry the best me that to so amena so it's betimiya aye other important project our person will use or this kind of cost send keke. What abandoning jettisoning an existing project. I say ahode ni skaka clear be the shame one and to perform the same duty functions.
As a former roads minister, I then the baba be decide they say akwan ya ye baby aye adri ye de kakra bi ka ho a ye be wie kwan no be decide say there be me ko start bi fufuro kra na aban no ofra kunwa so de no mabotro
politics cause when say we say project na ye MPP for next start ye ne beji ho animunyam into o say no Now on why abro politics. Politics.
Yeah, no,
politics.
We have a long way to go.
We have a long way.
And to politics,
na omo anko to aba Dr Bawumia ama ya MPP antena so amia nyi juma pa no. Omo di Ghana for abro. Bebre ka. Microphobia na mo constituency ye to oba no no be ye kwakoto omo ni ba ho no na ya
ye be di fie nkomo pa akwan wodo a MPP aban betena konwa so aban no ye nwure ye di nkomo no was 13,624 kilometers eno ani akwan ya asa December 2024 na MPP aban aye ehin na yenye sika fridi ya akwan because man who say aban obey we decide this pension for o musika and o mo de be ye akwan e wo kroma.
Oh,
your take on it.
Say yeah aban no yenye sika free gold, yenye sika free oil, yenye sika free cocoa. This kind nyina ba. That's what we have the and a revenue. You know, you have a consolidated fund from the revenue, and foreign receipts, exports, the other banner. And one need to be education, and one need to be all government expenditure. Decided say, apart from education, this can be precaution. We are also prioritizing expenditure or spending into road infrastructure. It's but just a matter of priority. Remember earlier on, I said you'll be a friend of propelling sector. If you invest in that sector, you will get more returns. Then you make money. Because, for instance, cocoa. If you invest in cocoa, it means the cocoa cocoa rows. Cocoa rows means that cocoa communities no rows. Exactly. So when I talk about economic rules, these are the kind of rules I'm talking about. It has direct bearing on productive sectors. Other sectors. It's, we prioritize road construction, road development. Yes.
Right, I've been over here. Shannon Swami said, "Asase part 107.3." Honorable Francis Asenso Boakye and Indin Komo, former Minister of Roads and Highways. One concern about acquire sa Pukiase, call and Sawom Suhum Quine, na MPP aban. Brebe na abano MPP aban. Now we're not doing so bit maybe sa Quine so far. Mudruhe, no Mujan, because. Timonforce and this year by your mum person better so, and they say the aya amana contractors or my free side.
It's part of the dualization project. It's part of it. In that session, there's no road in Ghana traffic was so the essence and I bind this idea say because the traffic was so in beam na casa apply the communities around omo lane nko na dey echo straight to Nsawam to Kumasi to omo nya direct free access enti the my company the friend of Maripoma, one of the best local contractors ono also na tema motorway expansion project na there are different sources of funding. You got some funds from Afrism. You're using government of Ghana also, and also a loan facility be from to also support. Now, you say COVID-19, eko far is also be brave. Eba. Na ebasa no. Wa onim say maybe cry twam. Na school cry ne enko. Ejuma kra ne enko asori kra ne enko nti ma world economy no ebafo the cent no omo ani ye use o musika external credit ani e woni nyina no mu jai sika no dema some fam omo withdraw sika no kopim say world economy no e be stable and on ma many of these projects no quite kakra but even with that no ofanko na government of Ghana emano support kakra nti de bia no site
yeah
kopim say free so a when sika ama up to now enra honorable Abuja say oma manisika enra na
enra no kasa enra
Wednesday no was say oma manisika obo sika bi say 300 million so money for of ankotus na me can you say almost share that say omuntu contract cantem. It was a strategy almost say so omuma contract sika ebi e de kwa kofa no mafra bochire kwa kofa machines ni ade nti no there will be a pressure on the dollar. So they've been doing various artificial things to keep the city to bring the city down. It's one of their fears. They say mutu contract car kwa kofa problem na but nti na finance minister he be so twen no be reading the media review no, which in his own calculations no, by that time no na pressure bia my into wait me because inflation cry say they say I feel no say omo accumulate 4 billion
nti aban interest into no timamufo suffer
and omo suffer pa. Can you imagine say from January to like I say from December cry to August year room into a contractors.
Wow.
Do you know the rippling effect? It's serious.
Right,
but they did that deliberately.
Ordinary Ghanaian will feel maybe say na sika wo ha contractors no ye betimi dey atwi omo from
sika no
generate
sika no but omo so muntu
abroni
because omo feel say omo it will put pressure on the dollar and the cedi dynamics no ama currency no akoso
ndi
because no omo the two omo say omo na aye ama dollar no aba form cedi ni kosoro nti no ntra
because me think crofo bi one say sabi en satia na nyepe nyam crofo nyina na etimi dwene mano da sumina so ekwachiri MPP aban ko na wa ma contractors nyina free kwan ne so se na be ya NDC aban ho be tan na mbeka sa aban yi ba yi kro ntimi nto aso
no your contract na contractor dey wo be do control no
okay
no contractors cry there nanka aban abafofo no omo nyina dey all move towards there because contractors omo ne current government e adwuma cause na otua de ka
yeah
and MPP ni ntimi ko kan and as MPP party ntimi ko kan contractor be say adwuma we will not even listen to you. Contractors omo they work with the ruling government because omo ye adwuma ma the country na abaye tu omo ka but NDC for decided so muntu omo ka deliberate the money was there.
Right after transition, Rose Minister ba ye no what we no watena say pen edi nkomo say we transition nkrata mu di jechire e wo ministry ho no esi nchen a say bia menu Asenso Boakye wona na ye Rose Minister e na wokọ me na maba me pa to adwuma mu ye ne koduru he de ne de he na mu ye sa nkomudi ni bi akoso na
Debbie. Except that I'm a member of the Roads and Transport Committee. Nti na saying na omo pese road to omo de ban no mu hia committee na adwene ho nti no mu share ma me e kan me views chiro but just on that particular subject matter and it was in the name of the committee.
But Juma why you be the one was supervise one monitor somebody you miss out on he
oh name
and the secret who they are not ready to listen to you.
There's too much partisanship in our body politics. Yeah, I say that because if this road minister is a friend, it's my colleague, my schoolmate, university mate, colleague. You know, it would have been even easier to do that, but yes, sir, it's all because of partisanship.
But do you feel bad, say, as a former minister, now will be better for Juma, so now would him because if you hold a hoping and the cafe was somewhere, do you be around a bit of a briefing upon if you will call me ABCD. Now, as at now, won't you know to see me so be?
Well, I'm available if he finds it useful, necessary to seek my view or experience on something. I'll be more than happy because I do so with the understanding that I am doing for the country.
But do you feel bad?
No, I don't feel bad. Because it's not duty bound to do that. But there are some I know who have done that. Yeah, who have done that. Oh, this we work on be bit me for this you know. Send it here. Now
project by road project by na
but there's when I was the housing minister.
No, country.
No housing ministry. The housing minister now. He's called me a couple of times to ask me about projects bia na koso minister and the entity person me yenisa.
And this ya by
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the housing minister.
The Rose Minister,
Baby.
Project Benana, a Dawa Kuma Super, say main Rose Minister. Say a coin way, yetimi vie, AMPP are buying to me via. Nkameda, Masumbe Tomepa, and a Fufi Antuata, to me for MPP, sir.
And Kumase Accra dualization, Accra Kumasi dualization.
107.3.
The Makuma Super. Not because I'm from Kumasi, not because I use
that
road all the time, but because of its economic importance to the development of our country. Anything me pushy say Kabawi, who just needs little resources and little effort to get it completed. No, I don't mean no me jai politics no more.
Right, Meda say Bibian ya kwan ho a ye ni party nkomo 2 minutes and your party nte from a kwan 7 from but if you ni fie what by say ye di efie enkomo so kakra na ye hwede e wo fie so far I believe say what me ya dream say MPP believe in reflecting, rebuilding to recapture. Healing process no so far it was saying as former minister and an MP.
Bonohene, abre koto abaya idin kugui. Enipa no bebre abamabu. Eyo mo ya. If you say bebre ni say abane bo adwuma pa. No monti ase say e de na aban timi yi adwuma say, especially the president. Na itimi akwa koto abana ye lusu say. It bebre dia bobo na ade. Now assemble kwam pese me kan say losing an election is part of the political process. The whole world, parties, especially parties are omoko 8 terms, no more year. In America, so far, many fee is only President Reagan and I will hand over the vice president. Yeah, don't do it is yeah. What I say, but we know you say a year Juma, you bet me and Yakunya na twas. Until say a quite election as you lose wa. Yadie, but in Yadia, I can say busy da. The amount for in Yabutre. Na and no may be a fee say, ye be a uncle, you know. But the forces say, Nantina say, Hintina, and out here. What's the answer?
Yeah.
The business and any atnas you call. Back to the drawing board. Then I say, we say, you be an ASN say, you talk to the people who voted, the people who didn't come to vote. We are still in the process of doing that. Let me just say, yes, our process we are. Let's say, who and no be our missteps. Steps be in ye, let's say, correctina. Couple what I buy no more year, enko ye. And all one is all come out, near bet you. And the poor don't who cry now come member say hey on can be all true but I'm saying we are nice who a shank.
Yeah,
so we are by are we proud of this kind of administration, this kind of leadership? So when to me freedom of expression some 40 years ago a dubuahin a breaking silence. Am Ghana for nya annoy the kasam. And now we go to radio so all come wasimana. Yeah, bet you. It's not good. So I was expecting opinion say, oh no, why your politics are think on to me no way happen. Look at this NDC for who are hard my office no they course. Look at Yablekuma. Crime is going on without impunity. It's like a failed state. When they decided to right from even campaign time, say Chief Justice I'm sorry, now true to their words, Chief Justice. Now more finding bibia Eddie Pamuno. Is it good? Is it fair? It's not good. I was expecting Senka, baby Eddie Ghana be drew. I Ghana for tomorrow. Come with me at Tenassi. No met me take Ghana to the next level, so that it will benefit the ordinary Ghanaian. Not to come and settle personal scores. So say why do you say attorney about for the didn't buy into who cases I be a person will prosecute no it be on prima on the person in 2 person we if you not go be or buy or kind and then know this so that is not good. Yeah,
right. But yeah, if you have some kakrebi me person how because I know who you are. Young hit a free Kennedy camp Bawumia camp you better I'm then you see a party ni na ajubrete me ba. Sorry.
Me PhD projects no names open details and all the projects I in your didn't send me.
Okay.
Because me banom say me say is no team na. Oni nyina they are sending me nti no we are meet me abubacho.
Okay, ti ya mo bokra ne hia. Na yeah expose omo na yenko.
We greater handful. Yeah. Upgrading of pram enyam roads. No nkwana say 10 kilometers. Upgrading of surface dressing on internal roads within ABNGhana township. Surface dressing on internal road within the ABNGhana junction near Hilton View Hotel. You know, upgrading of from lot 3. That's 10 kilometers. How was it there? Wale, and also Gambaga Nampaduri Road, Dabuya Maguri. Eastern Corridor Roads, Lot 6.
Okay. I wish Yabeje Monday at Tracia Rose
from Uti to Greater Accra.
Okay.
I had missed the list now.
And don't worry, young party assembly na yanko. Yabeje listen na fi ya twaso. So then be ma asundua ba Kennedy Bawumia. Do you think that at 1st January 2026 any elections, presidential primaries, any bit majubre abana?
It can't because many people independent be brief say the yen in tema na kasa be brave no switcha and as a yen in terms so elections they yeah okwa some my elections but even at their constituency level crown we be nanko for the do one term na dey until you need some time for healing until I'm pretty for the car say yen in terms some of us if you say ne kwa so na me who say normally no omo leaders no ya na omo enyom na problem omo di echi no
okay
na ya na ekofu
so boy
for na ade because me say Kennedy any Bawumia hia na so wo kasa di nkomo a e dey na wo di echi eso obekon ntokwa nti omo na ide afutu omo say omo nya isa ade na we are looking for somebody me no when I'm going to vote I will look at the dynamics. So what you say?
But for now, wouldn't you favorite we are?
Oh, I'm almost concluded who I believe can win for us.
Your best take it here, why?
Open say we had them become. Now to say what they deal to.
Brand new.
So guy open tissue.
Brand new.
Who want to come your tissue now? Oh yeah.
Bra, where the feel, bra?
But I have no doubt in my mind. Yeah. Two about for phone. I mean, you lose relation for phone. Now my journey, my trust. I've looked at all the candidates, and I have come to firm conclusion. Almost 95%. It's not even 100%. 95%. I've come to firm conclusion. Say there's a particular candidate. Obetimi Abua. ama yɛtumi awene